So one final example of being able to use these rules of probability. So we have that somebody in a semester is taking a biology course, or they could take a biology course. They could take an English course, and they could take a math course. And these are just for a random university or something of that nature. So we know that this is going to be 0.37 for biology. We know 0.50 for English. And then for math, it's going to be 0.19. And from that, we can go ahead and do a number of computations for probabilities. So for letter A, find the probability that somebody takes math and English. So hopefully you work through this. So for math, we know the probability is 0.19. And since we have an and, it's multiply. English is 0.50. And when we multiply those together, that should be 0.95. I'll just verify that. And 0.095, or 9.5%. Second example, find the probability of taking biology or English. So for biology, it's 0.37. Since we have an or, we're going to add English. But then remember, because they're independent, we have to multiply and then subtract that out from the sum. Right? So we're just going to throw that into our calculator. So 0.37 plus 0.50 minus 0.30. 37 times 0.50. And 685 is our answer. Find the probability of taking math but not biology. All right, so what we can do is whenever we see but, we can just replace that with and. Right? And remember, what we always want to do is we want to find the nots first. So complement of biology, 1 minus 0.37 is going to be 0.63. And then we can just multiply math and biology together. So that's going to be 0.63, which is going to be, well, probability of math is 0.19. So I guess technically in the correct order, we have 0.19 times 0.63. And we can just go through, multiply those together. And 1197. Part D, find the probability of not taking math, not taking English. Right? So for not math, that's 1 minus 0.19, which is 0.81. For not English, 1 minus 0.5, which is going to be 0.5. And then remember with the or, we add and then subtract out the product. Okay, so that's going to be 0.81 plus 0.5 minus 0.81 times 0.5. And we'll go in our calculator, figure that out. So we're going to have 0.81 plus 0.5 minus 0.81 times 0.5. And 0.905 is our answer. Doubt you care what's in my iTunes. 0.905. Find the probability of not taking biology, taking math, taking English. All right, so we already know not biology. Right? Not biology is 0.63 from a previous problem. And we want all of these to occur at the same time. So we're just going to multiply all of them. Right? So not biology, take math, take English. All right? So that's going to be for part E. So we get a 0.63 for the not biology. Math is 19. And English is 0.5. And we're just going to multiply all of those. Right? So anytime you want 3 or 2 or more things to happen in tandem, you just multiply. So we have 0.63 times 0.19 times 0.5. And that's going to give us 0.5985. So we could just say 0.060 if we're rounded to 3 decimal places, as we usually do. So that's going to be 0.060. All right. So let's erase. Give ourselves a little more room to work here. So now we're going to look at part F, probability of taking all 3 of them in a semester. And that's just going to be math and English and biology. So that's going to be 0.37 times 0.50 times 0.19. And so in reality, we can do almost the exact same function as we did before, except we can just replace the first with 0.37 instead of 63. Just substitute that. All right, and that's going to give us 0.035. And then finally, what's the probability of taking none of these in a semester? Right? So we want not biology, and not English, and not math. So we know probability of biology complement already. That's 0.63. We've seen that one a couple times. Probability of math complement is 0.81. All right, and that's 1 minus 0.19. And then probability of English complement, which we've also seen is 0.5. That's 1 minus 0.5. And what we're going to do is, because we want all three things to happen all at once, none of these in a semester, we're just going to multiply. Right? So that's going to be 0.63 times 0.81 times 0.5. And that works out to be 255. All right. So in the next section, what we're going to do is we're going to take our probability a step further, and we're going to start taking a look at applications with combinations and permutations. And we're still going to keep all the rules that we already know from this first section of probability.